Good morning and welcome to your Tuesday morning. I know I was a bit naughty and I didn't stream yesterday because I had an appointment that I forgot about. So sorry. But I hope that you had lovely Mondays and have been enjoying Inktober. How have you been getting on? Have you been doing it every day? Well, if you haven't, then no worries because we're going to go and do day 6 today. And the theme of today is quite a cute theme, I think. It could also be gross, but I've gone for cute. So hopefully we'll create a nice drawing. And I'm going to try and I think I might do the initial drawing in my fine liner like usual, but then I'm going to incorporate the pot of ink that we used last week as well to make it a bit more inky, because it is Inktober, so that's what you got to do. So yeah, hope you had amazing weekends as well. And let's spin around and get on with it, shall we? So we are here. All right. So today we're going to just make some small marks to start with to get us going. And then we can elaborate on it in our own way. So remember, it's rodent themed, but don't let that worry you. So we're going to start about here on your page, kind of in the center to the right a little bit. And we're going to draw a little kidney bean shape. So the kidney bean is going to be pointing in a kind of curve in this way. So I'll show you what I mean. Like this. Little kidney bean shape. Simple little shape. And then in this little kidney bean, we're going to draw a second kidney bean that's just smaller than the first one. So basically making it a thick line rather than just a thin line, but it doesn't have to be perfect at all. Like that. And then at the top of the kidney bean, we're going to draw a kind of semicircle separating the top bit from the bottom bit like that. And then in this semicircle, we're going to draw another little circle or another little semicircle, but leaving a little white area. So kind of just scribbling that kind of general look. It's literally just a scribble. So just leaving little bits of white there, going in the direction, well, any direction, but mine's going in this direction. Okay, so we have that little shape there now. Ooh, just let my camera do its thing. It's like not sure. When I start drawing again, it will focus, hopefully. So then in line with the diagonal of the page, I'll show you up here. In line with the diagonal coming down here, we're going to go maybe 1, 2 fingers, focus, maybe 2 fingers, or maybe 2 and a bit fingers. And then in the center, diagonally down, we're going to draw just a little dot like that. Okay. And then we're going to turn this dot into a little line that gets thicker where the dot was. So dragging out the dot basically like that, dragging it down and across. Then we're going to do another line similar to that, that comes horizontal to the page. So a bit like that. Now it doesn't have to be perfect, so don't worry if yours isn't. Mine's certainly not. And it's very small and fiddly. Horizontal like that. Then we're going to draw another line coming down horizontally this way. So basically making a Y shape with my marks here. And then we're going to draw a fourth line that kind of comes from the bottom of the Y and down like that. So you're kind of drawing a backwards J shape, I suppose. Oh, look at that grizzly voice. It's my grizzly morning voice arriving. Good morning, grizzly voice. Okay, and then we can also add a little line coming on the other side like that. So can you see what this might be, what this might turn into? Okay, now on the side of this camera, it doesn't like all the movement. On the side of this farthest second dot line, we're going to draw a line that goes like this. Hello? Hello? Focus on me, please. So a line that kind of just curves around to define the nose a little bit. What's going on? Hello. To define the nose a bit like that. And then we're going to go wild with our marks. So let's see if it focuses as I do this. I'll just do a few in pen. Little beard marks like this. I'm going to bring it up and see if it focuses. This is no good. So underneath the lip, I'm just drawing little marks like that. Ridiculous. See what I mean? So little kind of fluff marks just coming out and around from this area. So all coming from the center of the area and out. You can have them coming up there. But you're keeping the area kind of blank for now, and then you can add a bit of detail later. Okay. Now to make this easier for myself, I'm going to draw a squiggly peach shape, which is going to be a different color or just suggest the pattern on my rodent. So from the eye, I'm going to draw a kind of really faint line that comes up to a point there, kind of in line with the nose. And then it's going to come faintly around and then out like a peach, giving it chubby cheeks, coming in, down a bit, and around like that. So a very faint peach, kind of peachy shape. Not peach, pear. Every time, a pear shape. Why can't I I know that the two fruits are different, very, very different, but every time I'm describing something, I always mix up a peach and a pear. It's my stupid fruit mind. Okay. So I've got this vague shape now, which is the marks on the face. Obviously, lots of animals have different kind of colouring marks, and this is what it's going to be for mine. And then I'm going to pop the ear directly behind the eye. So in the same kind of line where it's going there, I'm going to draw an ear, maybe with like one fat finger space, or one and a bit normal fingers. I'm going to bring it up. It's kind of like the opposite shape of a kidney bean, but with a little jolly bump in it there. And then instead of drawing a hard line here, I'm just going to fill this with bits of fluff, or like little lines, because the fluff obviously just continues into the ear. And you could do a little curve along the top of the ear if you wanted to. So that's my ear. Now I must say my rodent has got relatively large eyes, but I wanted that because I was going for cute. Remember I mentioned that? So if you don't want to go cute, you could definitely change the shape of the eye, or like add kind of scariness, or you could make it red or something if you wanted to go creepy. But of course I wanted to go cute. So this is just the main bit of the face. We need to now draw the body. So the rest of the body, I'm just literally going to do a big circle that comes around and matches up about here. So from about there and from about here, because I want to suggest that this is like really chubby cheeks and it's kind of tilting its head. So I'm just going to do a kind of, again, kind of faint line like that. And that is its main body. Its main body, yeah. And then here would be where the other eye is, but because the head's kind of tilted, you can't quite see it. So I'm just going to put a kind of darker point there to suggest that there's another eye there, but not really draw an actual eye because that would look a bit strange. And again, with the ear, I'm going to do the same. I'm just going to suggest kind of as if maybe there was an ear there, but I'm not defining it. Could look just like a little growth on the side of the face, which is fine. Okay, then I'm going to draw the little foot that comes out here, which is adorable. So the way I'm going to do that, I'll bring it up a little bit, hopefully it will stay focused, is where this point meets this point, this little corner, that's where the foot's going to start. So it's going to come out and down and along. And you could have some fun with this. You could create some kind of like sparkly nails or some kind of bling going on, or you could do different kinds of feet, do like rabbit feet or, chicken feet. It's almost kind of like rabbit feet. There's a little guinea pig foot. I mean, adorable or what? Adorable. Okay, and then there would be another one kind of probably underneath where the head is. So I'm going to ignore that one for now. And I'm just going to come to the back and draw a little tiny tail, suggestion of a tail at the back there to give it a little bit of perspective. You could also draw kind of faint fat roll lines because he's all squished up here to give it a bit more of a bit more depth. And then I've actually taken this reference from an Instagram account. I just searched rodent in Instagram and I came up with this adorable picture of a girl called Cat, and she has guinea pigs. And so you can find the reference by typing in cats_guinea pigs. And it's got 10,000 likes, this picture. I can show you on my phone if it shows. I mean, how cute is that? So I'm going to attempt to draw this hand now. And thank you, Kat, for inspiring us today. So the way I'm going to draw the hand, because I mean, you could just like draw anything here. This is where you can go wild and do your own thing. But I think the hand's quite cute. So I'm going to draw a line that comes down here for the thumb. And a line that comes up like that. So that's a thumb going up. Then there are the other ones are, the two fingers are obviously underneath the cheek, giving it a little scratch. So the last two fingers are bent over like this. So I'm going to draw the nails. So one nail there, and then a second nail about there. I'm just placing it. It doesn't have to be exact. And then draw the fleshy part of the finger, kind of creases, knuckle coming down like that. Just kind of freestyling, looking at my own hands and then making them a bit more glamorous. These workers' hands. Okay, and then I'm going to just put the creases of the hand in like that. And the wrist coming off there. So that's my interpretation of a hand kind of scratching this cute little guy or girl. But you could do anything here. You could put like, I don't know, I'm sure you're very imaginative, so do something funny or cute or scary, I don't know. Okay, so that's our basic composition. Now, I know I said I was going to use ink, but I'm still a beginner with the dip pen, so I'm going to use the dip pen now, and I've also got a little brush in case I wanted to do some interesting background. But Let's get this dip pen out and see if I can add maybe some more interesting things going on with the fur. I'm going to bring up the fur. It's actually quite satisfying, I'm not going to lie. With this sepia brown ink. It's the only ink for dip pen that I have, so we're using that. I might add a tiny bit of watercolour later as well. I don't know if that's against the rules of Inktober. I'm not sure. I'm gonna get a little bit closer here and maybe add a little bridge bit there and maybe add a little bit more depth there. Some dots maybe, little freckles. This is where you can play around. You can make it really glamorous. Maybe add a bit of colour to the eye. Make it glamorous. You could make it scary. You could do all sorts of stuff. Make it look cool. I might use ink to paint the background and some paint the rodent. Let's give it something longer. Let's get a bit aggressive with this pen. Tell you what, it's pretty fun. It's pretty satisfying. I think this would benefit from a little bit of watercolour, just to give it a little bit of an edge. But maybe that's just because I'm a watercolour freak and I love it. Thinking of different techniques to use. Maybe I won't do fur the whole way. I'll do kind of scribbles, give it a bit of contrast. Spin it around. This is what it's about, though, isn't it? Like just experimenting with materials, techniques. Quite like this kind of mad scribble look. I'm kind of enjoying that. Little tail. Never had a guinea pig as a kid. I had a hamster, but guinea pig seemed a bit too serious, you know. Hamsters don't seem as serious somehow. They're practically the same thing, right? I don't think, did anyone I know have a guinea pig? People had rabbits. But I must say, after browsing Katie's underscore guinea pigs, I was a bit like, wow, they're actually super cute. Especially this guy. Actually, I think this one's a girl. But a bit of a hassle, caged animals to look after, because you've got to clean out the cage the whole time, and then you get that all the sawdust and like the little bits of poo everywhere, and then they're like relatively boring compared to like a dog. I'm just saying that because I'm desperate for a dog. So just building up a little bit of noise here. And then I'm going to add a little bit of colour. I know it's a bit naughty. I know, but I think that was a successful little ink session. I just wanted to add a tiny bit of pink because I think it will look really cute to the nose. Ooh, my brush isn't wet enough. Let me know if you're annoyed and you think this is cheating, because maybe it is. But look, it kind of links in with the brown a bit. So we're kind of using the ink here. I just want to do like little rosy cheeks. Wetting the brown a bit too. Like butter wouldn't melt in this little lady's mouth. And maybe I'll wet some of this ink if it's still, add a little bit brown, a little bit more depth. A little bit of pink in the ears maybe. Or brown. So the thing with the dip pen, it's hard to gather how much ink is still sitting there, because when you first apply, obviously there's a lot of ink in your barrel and then so then it sits there, and then if you wet it with water it will bleed. But if you're coming towards the end, then you don't have as much ink left, and then it won't bleed as much. So that is quite an inky bit. But the thing with this ink is that, yeah, once it dries, you can't re-wet it. So you have to be a little bit careful, just a little bit careful. And maybe I'm like really tempted to just paint the background with ink. Might use a different brush. Might just do a kind of little wash. Make it look a bit inky. A bit of water. I know this could be a mistake because it's the same colour, but it's not inky enough for my liking. So we're cheating and just inking the background. Maybe I need to get a different pot of ink, another colour. Do I want to go right to the edge? I'm not sure. I quite like the movement of the ink. Doing its thing. Oh, and the sun's coming in. Oh, that's funny. Moving into a new spot, you don't realise the different lighting times, but it's being reflected. Interesting. Reflected off other windows. Just going to put a little bit pink on here. Maybe some bright pink nails to just match. And a really light wash colour, and then we're done. Time flies, my friends. It's a kind of a monochrome painting going on. And there we go. That is our Inktober rodent. I just want to add a bit of blue to the eye, maybe. Never satisfied. Yeah. Maybe a little bit of this kind of non-white eye situation. I could continue doing this for a while, so I'm going to stop because otherwise we'll be here. I'll be here and you will have gone and carried on with your lives. So there we go, our Inktober rodent painting. So make sure to check out Katie's underscore guinea pigs. I'm going to type it. Katie's underscore. Yeah, if you want to look at the reference, because it's freaking cute, but be warned that you will be looking at guinea pigs for the rest of your day, or at least for a good half hour. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you've enjoyed Inktober day 6, and we will be back tomorrow. Day 7, what is the prompt? Oh, that's a good prompt tomorrow. So yeah, I look forward to that, and I hope to see you here. And yeah, tell your friends if they are wanting to go with Inktober. And of course, you can be doing your own thing. You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. Just sometimes it's good to have someone else there to motivate you to get it done. So yeah, thank you so much for joining. I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye.